As usual, I'm going to put a little bit of outdoor scenery behind me. I hope you don't find it too distracting and that you enjoy it. Hello, my name is Barbara Lewis with Singing After 40. Today I'm going to talk about how to hold a long-held note. One of my subscribers, who sings in a barbershop quartet, asked if I would create a video about this. He says that he has to hold some notes at least 15 to 20 seconds, and that's quite a long time to hold a really quality tone. So I'm going to give you some tips and some tricks, and I'll be back in about 6 seconds. Stay tuned. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, hit the like button, and ring that bell. Thank you. I'm going to give you 2 exercises. One is a very powerful breathing exercise that I like a lot. And the second one is an exercise at the piano. There are 2 crucial aspects to holding a long-held note. There are more than that, but the crucial ones are that you have a sufficiently stable, long breath. And the first exercise will help you to develop or maintain or grow that ability to hold a long breath. The second is that you must have a very stable vowel in your throat, very clean, that you, when you breathe out on it, that you don't lose air. So the first exercise is for the breathing aspect, and the second at the piano is for the vowel aspect. This exercise that I'm going to give you now is a favorite of mine, and if you've watched other videos of mine, you'll know this exercise. You're standing well, shoulders are broad, chest is tall, always. Your chin is level to the floor. You're not looking up, you're not looking down. You feel strong and uplifted. And when you lift your chest, as I have, kind of into a proud feeling, already your rib cage is a little bit opened. So you're not in a collapsed state. You're already lifted and a little bit open. And into that opened rib cage, you're going to take a full breath. I imagine taking a deep breath into my back. It's not the case. The air goes into your lungs, and that's all of your whole midriff. But I imagine my back, my waist and my back, because I want to think very deeply and firmly. I want a firm, deep breath. So breathe with me if you will. I'm going to let out my breath. Stand well. Ribs are open. Now at this point where I'm full, I can feel that my ribs are very solid. And I'm ready now to exhale on a long-held S. Let's take the breath again. As I exhale, I'm thinking about holding that rib cage open. The intercostal muscles between the ribs gradually, over time as you do this exercise, will get stronger and they will help to hold your rib cage open. So as I breathe out, I'm thinking of maintaining an elastic opening, not hard force, not hanging on like this. You don't want your body to feel like it's set, but it's elastic and open. So as you breathe out on that S, you're just avoiding a quick collapse. When you start this exercise, if you haven't done very much of this, you'll collapse much more quickly. And you allow that to happen. And then the next breath, you'll hold a little bit longer, a little bit better. But over time, over a series of weeks or months, and in my case, years, you'll find that your breathing does get a lot stronger and longer because you're able to keep your rib cage open longer. So let's do this exercise one more time together. I'll put a link up here to where I've just done this exercise on a video, and you can follow along with that one if you like as well. But it's very simple. Here we go. You're going to take a deep breath after you're stood well, and then we're going to exhale on a long-held S. Do it with me and see how long you can hold it, and then I will too. This is my first breathing for the day. Here we go. Breathe in. When I feel that I'm getting close to the end of my breath, I lift my chest a little bit, like that, and I tuck my bum a little bit, so that it creates kind of a pressure at the waist area by lifting and by tucking. And that somehow expands your breath a little bit longer. And the more I do it, if I'm in a concert and I have this long note, I do quite a lot of tucking and a lot of lifting, and that keeps me stretched and able to keep the breath going longer. So here's the exercise at the piano that I do to keep music moving underneath a long held note. It's one thing just to hold your breath for a long time, but to hold a note for a long time means that you've got both quality of breath and the quality of tone, that your tone is not empty, that there's no air or little air escaping around the vowel sound. So I practice this, especially if I have songs that require long held notes, and I often do. So I've done this many, many times. I find this a very warm kind of exercise to do as you develop a long held note. So I would start out like that. This is not a long held note. It's not bad, but it's not when you need 15, 20 seconds or more, especially if you're singing in a barbershop quartet where you might have to hold a note for that long, for 20 seconds. You gradually build up to that, knowing that you've got to have solid breath and you've got to have solid vowel. So when I do this exercise, I choose a note that's really an easy part of my range. This may not work for you. You've got to find the right note for you. So ready? This is going to be on nu, but you can also do it on ni, if you'd rather do it on ni. I do it on both. As I feel that I'm getting to the end of my breath, which isn't true by the way, but it feels like that, I lift my chest just a little bit. And that does something in the lung area that seems to stretch out the breathing possibility a little bit more. Let's try it one more time. See if you can hold a little bit longer. Even when I stop, I'm going to continue to play and see if you can keep it going. You don't want to be squeezing. That's not going to be good sound. You don't want your lungs to be in that kind of hyper-collapsed position. You won't be singing well. You might do that just as holding your breath, but not when you want to make good tone. So let's take a full breath. Okay, I hope these two exercises will be helpful to you. If they are, please leave me a comment. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I do a new video every week, quite often in response to one of my subscribers' requests, like today. So I wish you great singing, and I'll see you next time. Barbara Lewis from Singing After 40. Bye-bye.